All right, Sophia. Mental health. All right, it's something I've spoken about a lot, and I just want to have a bit of a chat about it because there's been a couple of things that have happened recently that have got my alarm bells up. Basically, where people contradict themselves. Right. For example, Luke has just brought up Love Island. Everyone talks about like, oh, there should be better aftercare, you know, these people getting depressed and their mental health going off the rails after the show, yet the contestants have just been released and instantly everyone's giving them loads of shit, sending them hate, completely trying to rip them apart. And it's like, you're literally like, are you trying to send them their mental health like out the window already before the show's even started?
I think that's social media. People can hide behind keyboards.
Yeah.
And say whatever they want and not feel any consequences. It's the same with like the James Charles situation.
Yeah.
Think how many people jumped on the bandwagon of destroying him. And a few days later, a week later, it was all just like wrong. Like he was like innocent. How has that affected him?
Yeah.
You forget that all these people are just human.
I mean, I know you've said, like, you've sort of felt, you know, there's it's sort of a bit uneasy, a bit, you know, however you said it. Like, how do
Never
you...
publicly, though.
Never... Oh, shit, have I just said something publicly?
Yeah.
Really?
It's okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
Would do you want to talk about it on here at all?
I don't know.
Do you want to try?
I guess.
Like, because honestly, like, it's not, like, I feel like the one thing that I've learned is that, like, whenever I talk about it, honestly, on camera, with anyone, like, sharing it helps. Like, it does help. So, like, because obviously
I can feel myself, like, shutting down.
You can feel yourself shutting
I do that a lot.
Really?
Like, close in.
Really?
Go quiet.
Yeah. Because obviously I don't want to, obviously, if you don't feel comfortable about that stuff, then I don't want to, like, enforce it. But I'm just saying, like, from my experience, like, learning to be able to talk about that sort of stuff, like, you do realise a lot about, like, it is okay. Because that's what I'm saying as well. You know, like, earlier you were saying, oh, people should feel like they can talk about this stuff.
I very much believe that, but then
when it comes to you, not just you personally, but when you actually have to talk about it, it becomes... You realise this isn't actually easy.
Quite hard, yeah.
Yeah, and obviously I've learnt to be able to talk about it, but like some people haven't. So, yeah, man. I mean,
don't know. I always feel myself like shutting down, like underneath the table. I'm like this.
What, with your hands?
Yeah, I'm really sweaty right now.
Well, so
I don't know. I just get like, I don't know. I've never really talked about. I don't know.
What, your mental health?
Yeah. I don't know. I just get a bit like anxious, I guess. I think I overthink things a lot.
You overthink?
When I was at uni,
yeah,
I stopped going out.
What, like partying? Yeah.
I couldn't do it anymore.
Why is that?
Because it was like a student town, and I was on the rides and I was on the up. Everyone was just like taking photos or like whispering or like.
Oh, what? So
you know when you're out in a club,
yeah,
and you just want to be like invisible.
Yeah.
And it was just like.
People taking photos of you,
yeah,
like, not even asking, just taking.
Yeah, it got too much. So now I'm very good at clocking who's doing it. Like if you come up, say hello. The best thing in the world is to come up, say hello, but don't like
take photos on the sly.
Because I know you're doing it.
Yeah, like I'll say like yeah, it is well blatant. Like,
but it's also when you're sitting at a meal.
Yeah.
And say I'm with Janine.
Yeah.
And she doesn't pick up on it.
Yeah.
But I know.
Yeah, instantly.
But I won't say anything.
Yeah.
I know that they're like...
Yeah, like, oh, Theo Baker. Oh, it's Malfoy.
Yeah.
Malfoy.
M-word. Yeah. But I know, and I won't say anything, but it will affect my mood in the, like, talking to Janine.
Instantly. That's the thing. If I'm literally...
And I'll probably take it out on Janine.
Yeah, like, subconsciously as well.
Yeah.
So, like,
I'll, like, be snappy.
Yeah,
like that.
It's like you sort of feel on edge because you know that there's that there, and it's like a bug. Like, just fuck, leave me alone. But you don't want to be harsh because that's the worst part. Like, obviously, so you're talking about like anxiety around being in the public eye, right? But at the same time, those people like
help you get there.
Yeah, they help you get there.
Yeah.
You don't want to upset them. You don't want to ever show like that you're ungrateful or anything like that. But when that person, this is the only time they're ever going to get to see Theo Baker.
That's why
they want to make the most of it. So therefore this only gonna happen one time. I might as well just,
It's like
and that's the dodgy thing about it.
If we saw Ronaldo walking down the street,
You're gonna like, oh my god, you're gonna take advantage of the moment.
but he might be having a bad day.
Yeah.
Like, you just don't know. Like, it's such a fine line.
And then, but I remember when I was younger, people would be like, "Oh, look, they're footballers. They're used to it. They're used to it. They're trained for it." Are they trained for it? I mean, maybe they are. I know we're not.
I do think it's different with a footballer and a YouTuber. I remember Spencer telling me he was on a shoot with Gareth Bale once.
Yeah.
And all these kids were going up to Spencer.
Yeah.
Like, and he was like, "Why are you coming up to me? Like, it's Gareth Bale over there."
Yeah.
And what he remembered, one of them specifically saying, "But you're Spencer.
Yeah.
That's Gareth Bale. Like, we can't go up to him.
Yeah.
He's like this god that you can't speak to him. Don't go near him."
Yeah.
Do you see what? And whereas YouTubers, you relate to them on a much more real level.
Yeah. Because that is a yeah.
And you think they're your mate.
Yeah. No, that is true. That is true. So there's that. We're all on the same page, and that's the thing as well, because we don't want to come across like, oh, yeah, we think we're above everyone. We want to still be like, nah, we're still just normal blokes. Like, that almost encourages people to just be able to, I guess, just treat you like you're, I don't know. It's weird. It is weird.
I will say though, like 99% of the time, I'm happy and buzzing.
Yeah.
But it's when you're just like, I don't know, it just comes on, doesn't it?
What? So would you say sometimes you just feel randomly, you just feel a wave come on where you don't, like, your mental health isn't feeling
maybe
100%?
I guess so.
And do you think that's down to anything?
You've got to have a trigger for it. I don't know. Sometimes they're not.
Well, this is something as well. Like, so I've in the past said, oh yeah, like whenever I start feeling depressed, oh, I don't know, I'm not in control of it. It just happens. It's just I'm my brain just has an imbalance. Whereas I think, I've basically been reading a book.
That's good.
But I know. But like, what it's made me realise is that, we're not just born broken. We're not just born with this imbalance and that's just it, right? Deep down, there is like probably a reason for why you're feeling like you do. And one of the biggest things that I've learned is loneliness, right? Loneliness is like potentially the biggest thing for throwing your mental health off, because right? So apparently the stress it causes on your brain when you feel lonely is the same as getting punched in the face, right? So sustained loneliness, right? That sort of stress is the same as a whop to the head. Because in say caveman times, we were very tribal. So we were literally designed to, in order to survive, you had to stick with your tribe, right? So we're designed to feel anxious, depressed, like not okay when we're lonely, because that's what's designed to get us to go back to our tribe. It's a safety, it's a survival instinct. You know what I mean? So all these different things like loneliness, like if you're not being productive, if you're not working, they're all like survival instincts to make you survive. So you only like sort of overcome loneliness when you're in the presence of someone that you actually give a shit about. I know it sounds weird, but you give a shit about them and they give a shit about you, right? Because when you go to the doctors and they're caring for you, that's not curing your loneliness, because they're caring for you, but you don't really care about them, right? It's about sharing a two-way sort of street relationship with someone where you actually care about each other.
When I go out and like socialise up in London, love it.
Yeah.
I feel absolutely great.
Yeah.
But it's when I'm back in the flat.
Yeah.
And I'm in my cell.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm used to growing up with like grass and fields and sheep.
Yeah.
So I'm used to a lot of space.
Yeah, I think...
And I'm trying to convince myself that streaming Fortnite, it has an income, but it's not being the most productive. It's not the biggest thing. In fact, it's probably harnessing my main channel.
What, it's making it lose subs?
No, it's making me not upload on it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I think that's a key as well. Like, feeling like the work you're doing, like, counts. And by that what I mean is that like it counts, like you feel like you're worth something. Whereas like if you're just streaming Fortnite and you're not feeling like you're fulfilling your best ability, like you want to be out there playing football, like showing what you're really talented at. But if you don't feel like you're doing that and you feel like you're doing something mundane that even if people enjoy it, but you don't feel like you're fulfilling your potential, then that's going to lead to you feeling depressed.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? So
I'm trying to live more of an active lifestyle again, like I used to, rather than more sedentary, sitting on a couch. Basically, yeah.
Yeah. No, and that's the thing, and that's like, it's good like you're doing that, because this idea that people can pop antidepressants and that's just gonna fix their depression, that's a myth. It doesn't exist, right? You can't just take, like, I mean, in this book, mate, it's literally said loads. It's even saying that those antidepressants, mate, like, the amount that they are a placebo effect is actually ridiculous.
I was going to say,
like,
surely...
Like, listen to this. Like, when a doctor is prescribing you something, he's prescribing you the medication, but he's also prescribing you a story. This is what this is going to do to you. This is how this is going to fix you, right? And that, honestly, the amount that actually has an effect on your brain is mad.
Depression is it's a low amount of serotonin, is it? Something
Well,
like that?
yeah.
Like, it is an actual...
Yeah, it is a physical thing, but at the same time, like the way the medication companies...
You can do so much more than just taking
Yeah.
pills.
Like, basically, like, I think there was this scale, I don't know what it is, but it's at, like, out of 50, and apparently, like, medication... the antidepressants were shown to, like, improve your mark on the scale, like, mentally, by, like, 1, whereas, like, getting regular sleep for 8 hours increased it by 6.
Exercise?
Yeah,
Must be
like
massive.
that. Yeah, I don't know what that is, but that's probably even more. But isn't it mental that just getting a better night's sleep, like, people think just popping antidepressants is just going to fix everything, whereas changing your lifestyle in order to, like, be more active, be more healthy, you know, that is the key.
I've got a question for you.
Yeah.
You seem to be in a good place right now.
Oh, mate, I'm brilliant.
But
What?
you're doing a lot of exercise and running.
Yeah.
But are you still on pills?
So I'll be honest, I have started to come off them. Like, I'm borderline not even taking them anymore. Like,
How many did you used to take?
I used to be on something called citalopram, and I'd take 30 milligrams a day, right? At first I was on 20 milligrams, which is like the standard.
Is that like one pill?
Yeah, so yeah. And then I started, you know, at first I was like, yeah, this has fixed me. And then I started to feel a bit low again. So I was like, oh, I'll bump up my dosage. That's what the doctor was like. Yeah, just bump up the dosage to 30. And then, oh yeah, I'm all right again now. And then I started going off. And this is what I'm saying about I use the term placebo, but that sort of, when you feel like, oh yeah, I'm up in my dosage, therefore I'm gonna feel better. That you know, you do almost subconsciously, that happens. But the bottom line is my lifestyle change. There wasn't one, so I was still just sort of sitting indoors all day waiting for some inspiration to come. I wasn't going out being active, going out and proactively, like, trying to make a difference. And the reason why I've started improving is because I've realised, wait, it's not the pills, it's me that's going to make me better.
Well, as friends, we've noticed a difference. Like, there's so many...
You've noticed a difference in me?
Yeah.
Really?
Of course we have.
You've been talking about me.
Well, it's not really, like, but we said, like, Joe's looking happy. Like, do you not remember when you, like, said you were going to go on holiday with people and, like, everyone was booked and you just didn't rock up to the airport?
Yeah.
You would never do that now.
I know. And that's because when I did that, like, things like that was when I was literally feeling my lowest.
Like, literally everything was booked.
And I didn't
meet you at the airport.
Yeah.
Didn't show up.
I didn't, and that was like, I do things like that. I just do, like, oh no, I can't do it, because I was so caught up in my mind and so, like, not on top, and everything felt so overwhelming that I was just like, oh no, I can't do it, and I'm just not, and I can't face the uproar of telling you guys I'm not coming. So I just and that's awful. That's awful.
It's all in your head, because you would have realised that if you just told us, like, I don't want to come, like, because of this, whatever.
Yeah.
That's fine. Whereas now, you're like, let's go, come on, let's go to the bar, or let's go have fun or whatever.
Yeah, well, that's because I've changed the things about my lifestyle, so it makes decisions and my everyday decisions a lot more clear-minded. Do you know what I mean? So it's mad how you think, oh yeah, I'm just gonna exercise and get a routine, and that's gonna fix, I don't know, my happiness. But really, it fixes how you treat people, how your overall outlook, like loads of little things, it will improve drastically. And that's what I'm saying, like, since, finding this podcast that I'm, loving doing, that's gassing me up, because I'm constantly working on something I care about. Yeah. And
in the midst of all this, like, serious stuff. It
is mad. But it's so true that it's down to you. It's not down to, you can't just go and see a therapist and that they're just going to fix it. They're just going to tell you, oh, this is what you need to do. Bang, you're going to be fixed.
Yeah.
They're going to advise you, and then it is down to you to get up. And mate, going on, I know everyone hates it. I hate it. But going on runs, mate, it makes me feel class. It makes me feel brilliant.
I agree.
It just does. And like playing football twice a week with the boys, it's social, it's active, it's like I'm seeing improvements. Like I'm telling you, there's no way I feel like anyone can see improvements in themselves and not feel better, right? Whether that's physically, you know, appearance wise, like you start getting gains, or you know, you start feeling fitter. There's no way that can make you feel worse.
Yeah.
It makes you feel better. Now, another thing is obviously toxic people in your life that are not benefiting you, but in fact bringing you down. So tying into like the loneliness thing, like saying you need to have relationships around you that are two-way healthy streets, right? Not just where you're maybe giving your all to someone and they're not giving it back, or vice versa.
Well, me personally,
Yeah.
I don't think I have that. Or ever have had
You've
that,
never
or
had-
in recent times. Like I feel like I'm a pretty good judge of character.
Really?
And I know when someone's there for the wrong reasons.
Really? So
Yeah, I think.
So this is the thing. Like I mean, I say that as well. But it may be that there's someone in your life that isn't trying to get anything out of you. Like they're not trying to mug you off or use you, but they're just not healthy for you.
I get you.
I.e., so they're not a productive person. Like they suggest going and, oh nah, let's not do work, let's do something else and have fun. And they may not say it as blatantly as that. They may just sort of like subconsciously they start influencing you.
So you could be like, "No, I gotta stay in and edit tonight." They're like, "Oh, just come out."
Yeah, like make
Do
it
it
like
tomorrow.
or we're just maybe because like I know something I've done is when I've been around someone that isn't very very like, you know, it's peak, they're not. They can't find their talent. They can't find what they want to do in life, and so they're not really doing anything. And because I, you know, almost it's weird, but as their mate, I want to like sort of be there for them and be like not just like ditch them and be like, oh yeah, I'm going off to do my thing. Sort of, it's almost like you be bums together. Like you just, oh, that sounds a bit dodgy, but like no, but I mean like you know,
you drop to you sort of drop to their level.
yeah, you lower your standard to sort of so that
Do you feel bad
so
for them?
Yeah, almost so that everyone's on the same page rather than, you know, bringing someone up. But at the same time, it's not your duty to try and fix someone else. Like
Yeah.
it all, you know, that needs to come from within the person. Like all of this, it's
You got to
from
have the
within you.
mentality.
Yeah, well, even if, but there's a thing, like, I remember when I've been in, like, my most, like, depressed states and you know, people say, oh, like, you know, just get the mentality back. Just get it back.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
not that
It's
easy.
kinda
but,
like, yeah.
like, even just seeming, like, I don't know, even, like, doing basic things, like getting up and making breakfast, getting in the shower, seems like, oh, I can't be arsed. I just can't be arsed. But what I have learned is taking those small steps is the start.
I can really relate to that.
You have to take those like small things. Like if you say, I know it sounds dodgy. Well, it doesn't sound dodgy at all, but just going to bed at a certain time every
this
night.
This is so ridiculous that you're saying this.
Honestly, like going to bed at a certain time, saying this is the time I'm going to go to bed. This is the time I'm going to get up. That simple thing can change your life
Do
drastically.
you, like, this is so weird.
Why?
Because, like, recently I've just been like, so before I went away, I'd stay on Fortnite and stream and stuff until, like, God knows, until everyone else gets off.
What, like 4 a.m.?
No, latest like 1, 2. But that's, for me, that's quite late.
Yeah.
And they'll be staying on there, oh, one more game. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. But now, I'm like, I'm coming off. This
Yeah.
is it. Like, I'm off. And not only that, I'm going to bed. I'm actually like getting into bed early.
Yeah.
Like having some time to settle down, like watch a film, whatever.
Yeah.
And there's also a stage where I was like, I can't be asked to cook. I'm streaming, I can't cook.
Yeah.
But now I'm basing I'm actually making dinner. Whether it would just be like pasta or like it sounds pretty basic, but it's a step.
Yeah.
So I'm making time for my meals.
Yeah.
Chicken and rice for lunch. Like I'm actually cooking it.
Yeah.
I'm basing my meals around my work, whereas I used to not do that. If that makes sense.
Yeah. I think so. You're
I'm
prioritizing your
making
health.
Yeah. very much so.
Yeah.
Making little steps.
Yeah.
Even when I got back from America, I walked into my room and it was just like dusty, messy, and I was like, this is how I left my room.
Yeah.
And I spent 4 hours that day just redoing my room and cleaning it. Like, it sounds pathetic, but like I dusted, I hoovered, I did all the services, I polished, I mopped.
Yeah.
And it felt like a different room.
Clean house, clean mind. Like, you know, I don't know, like, it's just staying on top of, you know, you may think, oh, it's just making my bed, it's just doing that. But that, you don't realise what subconscious effect that has on your brain. Like the fact that you were able to complete that mundane task that you didn't want to do, but it's what you needed to do, makes you, it will impact you for the rest of the day. Because if you come up against other challenges that maybe you don't want to do, subconsciously, because you've already done it first thing in the morning, you'll feel like you can overcome things.
Very much so, the little things.
Yeah,
like,
it is the little things, mate. Yeah, anyways, boys and girls, that is that for this one. Hope you've enjoyed. Peace.
Goodbye.